look what we made today. Dora Wat, a traditional Ethiopian spicy dish that we made in our one pot. Thanks for joining me today on Annie's Smoking Pot. Now, I've noticed about 70% of you are not subscribed yet. Can't build a channel if you don't help me. So pause right now, hit the pause button. See that subscribe button down there? Subscribe. Did you do it? You did it, didn't you? Thank you so much for that. Now today, we are gonna cook together another amazing dish. A little different today, we're using our one pot. Now, this dish, if you have that Instapot, I think it's called, it's like the pressure cooker kind, it's only gonna take you 15 minutes apparently to do this dish. I am using my old school one pot rice cooker, all of it that I love. You can do this in a slow cooker, a crock pot. It's gonna take you 2 hours, but it's going to be so worth it. So let's get going. First thing you're gonna do, of course, is man your gloves if you want. You don't have to. We're touching chicken. You know me, I wear my gloves. And I'm also gonna be chopping an onion. So again, you gotta wear the gloves. Chicken thighs. You can use, I think they're called drumsticks, like chicken legs. I think chicken legs, drumsticks, something like that. You can use that if you want with the bone in, because this meat is gonna get so tender, it's gonna fall right off of that bone. Don't use chicken breasts. They're going to just dry out and it's just not going to be the same because you want that richness that you get from a dark meat. So we are going to take our lovely little chicken thighs and in they go, just like that. Into that chicken, lemon juice. All right, we've also got salt, right? Now, description down below has the full recipe. The description right next to that subscribe button. Remember that subscribe button that you clicked? Yeah, right there. Hit the little, it says more. The word will say more. You'll see the title. It'll say more right there. There's your recipe all written out for you. So you don't have to try to follow along. But if you're following along, that is amazing. You looked at the recipe, you saw the ingredients, you got it all lined up, and now we're cooking together. Food pushing together, right? All right, back to this. So you got your lemon juice in there. Got just some kosher salt. The reason I use the kosher salt is because it's more of a coarse ground. Regular salt will just kind of dissolve in that lemon juice and it's not going to be as good. Just mix that up really well like that. And that we're just going to set aside while we get started on everything else. Oh God, 2 pounds of chicken. That's heavy. Our one pot. Look at that beautiful machine. I've had this thing probably better part of a decade. Love it. I have made everything known to man in this one pot. Dora Wat, that's what we're making today. Red onion. We're gonna dice that up into just nice little chunks. Little cubes, however you prefer it. Anybody who has caught my episodes before, and I hope you have, if you haven't, go back and check some of them out. You will see that I struggle with red onions. I don't know why, I just have issues with that skin. Let's go ahead and cut those into just about like that. Just some nice little dices. Since it is gonna slow cook for about 2 hours, like I said, you know, these are gonna break down beautifully in there. Now, as you see, I'm slicing, but I'm not putting them in there yet because there's another step we need to do before we dump these little bad boys in. Let's get cooking. We're gonna turn the one pot on to saute mode. Same with an Instapot, a crock pot, all of that. You should have a saute mode on there. We wanna pre-cook a little bit. Ghee. Ghee is just a clarified butter. You find it on the shelf next to the oil. Cameraman, are you ready?
I'm ready.
We're going in. We're gonna wanna let that melt just a little bit, and then we're gonna add those onions. I hope you guys have all been enjoying these little cooking tutorials, videos, episodes, whatever you call them. I hope you've been enjoying them. I hope you've been sharing them with friends and family. I am desperately trying to get to that 1,000 subs and those 4,000 view hours. I'd like to become monetized. When I become monetized, it's going to open up a whole nother world of cooking for you and I. We're going to be traveling to other countries. We're going to be picking apart their food, figuring it out and trying to recreate it together. We might fail. We might come up with a whole new dish. You never know, right? Our ghee is looking great. Let's add those onions. See, cameraman? See how I did that? Yeah. Makes the cameraman happy when he can see what I'm doing. Oh man. I blame the cameraman. That's why we can't have nice things. Lord. Oh, now I'm touching them with my hands. Blech. Oh, whew, it's very oniony. Okay, we're gonna wanna saute those onions for about 5 minutes. We just wanna let them get a little bit started cooking, but we don't want them to cook completely for any reason. So let that go for 5 minutes, and then we're gonna add the rest of our ingredients. We have been going about 5 minutes on those onions. It's time to add our next 2 ingredients. You know, as if red onions to the face isn't enough of an arsenal to your eye holes, we are now going to add some minced garlic and some ground ginger. Okay, I know, get ready, your eyes are not gonna like you after this. Ground ginger. You can use fresh ginger if you like. Just make sure when it's all said and done, you pick those ginger chunks out because you do not want to bite into a piece of ginger. Ugh. Give that a stir to mix all of those ingredients. You're only gonna wanna let, like I said, arsenal to your senses. We're gonna let this go for about 1 minute, just until it just kind of mixes up a little bit and cooks just minute amounts. You don't want to cook it too much. At this point, we're going to go ahead and turn off your cooker. Got it? Awesome. Water. Simple water. It's an excellent deglazer, right? So in it goes. See this little bag right here? Berbere? Not sure how you say it. You tell me. Berbere. It's an Ethiopian spice mix. I had to drive. I did not, because I've got a bum hip and a bum knee right now. My daughter drove for me for an hour to a store called World Market, not a sponsor, just to find this for me because I couldn't find it anywhere in my local town at all. Find it though. You are going to love it. The smell that comes from this is crazy, crazy. You can get it online as well if you want, or if you've got a daughter, send her little butt to the store for you, right? Yeah, I agree. All right, next up, our pan is nicely deglazed. We're gonna add our chicken. This next part, these next 3 steps, it's very crucial. So best thing to do, because if you're like me, it's an anal thing, you're gonna wanna stir. Don't stir. Don't mix it, nothing. Take your thing, get rid of it. Now you're not even tempted, right? Excellent. Our chicken, we're just gonna dump that in. That'll make a mess, so let's be a little neater about it. We're gonna tong it in. Oh, and it's been sitting in this lemon juice, which helps to break down the fibers of the chicken, which helps it to become more tender. Go ahead and just layer that in there, just beautiful like that. Like I said, do not stir it. You don't need to, you don't want to. Just want to just smush it on in there a little bit to make sure that they all fit in there beautifully. Oh, you know what? I don't know about you, but just garlic and ginger and onion, just that right there. If I close this lid right now and that's all we did, it's still going to be tasty, but we're going to take it to a whole nother level. A whole nother continent. We're going to Ethiopia. Ethiopia. Traditional Dora Wat is what this is called. Traditional Ethiopian dish. Oh, this is going to be amazeballs. Thought I was going to say amazing, didn't ya? Working on it. Oh. Oh my gosh. You know what? I don't even know what's in here. I know there's fenugreek. I know there's turmeric. I think there might be cumin in there. You know what? I'll have to look it up. I will look it up. You look it up. Berbere. B-E-R-B-E-R-E to see those. You can make this yourself if you are gung-ho to do so. Me, not so gung-ho to do so. So I bought it pre-made, but the smell is incredible. Okay? The whole thing, in it goes. Evenly across the chicken. And again, I know it's killing me too. I so desperately want to stir. I'm not going to. And last but not least, tomato paste. Again, don't stir. I know. Oh, in it goes. That's it. Close her up. If it's your Instapot, high, 15 minutes. Depressurize, you're good to go. Old school, one pot, crock pot, whatever. You're gonna do slow cook on high for 2 hours. 2 hours. And then we'll see how that looks. So you know what? I'm gonna go away for 2 hours, but I'll be right back here when this is done. All right? See you soon. It smells so amazing in here. You won't believe it. Oh, see? Annie-smoking pot right there. Look at that. Oh, can you see in there? You know what? You'll be able to right now. Look at all that rich, delicious broth that got created from those amazing spices. That chicken is just fall off the bone goodness. That beautiful color we got on there. Look at the Dora waddiness of it. I don't know if that's a word, but it's a whole lot of gloriness right there. Simple bowl of white rice. And that's it. You just serve it with just some simple white rice, just like that. And then, of course, we're going to add a little bit of extra of that amazing rich broth right over that. Oh, it smells heavenly. A little fresh chopped parsley because, you know, greens just make it look better, right? Don't you think? I think so, huh? Just a little bit like that. And there you have it. Dora Watt Ethiopian spicy chicken. You can't go wrong going in. Oh my gosh. Oh, it just fork tender. Fork tender. Oh, it's hot. Oh wow. It's spicy, but not in your face like where you swear you can feel your hair sweat. It's that slow little burn that just hits you in the back of your throat. So much flavor. Try it. Make it. You'll like it. As always, thanks for watching. Until next time, bye. Dude, take a bite of that before you do anything else. Oh my gosh.